Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I have a little thrift haul for you. This stuff I've gotten over the past, well, probably more than a week now, but not a lot of huge finds, so I kind of put everything in one video. So I got this book, and it wasn't cheap. I paid $10 for it, but I couldn't help it. I'm just looking for a date here. I have a ton of owl stuff. 1906. I have a ton of owl stuff that I want to use, and I love this cover, and it has lots of illustrations, lots of color illustrations, lots of lots of black and white illustrations. So I really like this, and it's this is Christmas 1914 from Grandpa. So I thought that was cute, and it's a shame because it's such a narrow spine. I'm not going to be able to use this, but maybe I can doctor something. This, again, this was not cheap, and it's not in great shape, but I could not help myself because that's my name, Nancy Rose. And it's a good big book. And again, this is looking like 1910s. I'm not seeing a date, but anyway, so this is going to take some refurbishment, but I'm looking forward to it. This one, the book itself isn't that, like the cover isn't that exciting, although it is in reasonably good shape. But the look at these pages. And the illustrations are amazing. And I've got lots of seashore kinds of things that I might want to... Oh, there's some foxes. There's a water baby. So this edition was published in 1979. But, I mean, the illustrations are clearly of the vintage kind. This Facsimile Classic Series. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like the end papers. That one I'm going to set aside for a minute because I want to talk more about it. Oh, I got this book of receipts. Nothing too exciting, except I really like the cover. Last week, I think this was last Sunday, I was at Value Village, and there was a bag of buttons, and I could see the tops of these cards, and I thought, oh, button cards, because I like to recover the backs with paper for journaling, and then, you know, sew some buttons to the front or whatever. And I thought, ooh, genuine button cards, those are always fun. But these ones are from an antique center in the UK, and they're glass buttons. So those ones, it says Bavarian glass. These ones are sort of a brown color. I'm checking because I want to make sure I save the best to last. And these ones, they're sort of metallic, but they have like, I don't know if it's glass or some sort of shimmer behind them. But then it has sort of this filigreed top. But these ones are they're called carnival glass, and you've probably seen carnival glass, old fruit bowls and vases and things, and they just are amazing. The video, I know for sure the video is not picking up just how amazing these beautiful purple and turquoise and green glass buttons are. They're originally £6 from this antique center. So that was a pretty good find when all I was going after was cardboard. I went to the Weigh and Pay last night. They had been closed for just about a week. I was there. I think I've been there like 4 times in the last week, and they've been closed because their heater's been broken. And then Wednesday, they posted on their Instagram, oh, we'll be open on Wednesday at 9. I went there Wednesday at noon. They were not open. Last night I went, and I finally got some more transparencies. I was completely out of transparencies. And then I'm looking at it, light black on clear. What did I buy? And that's okay, because between every transparency is a sheet of this paper. So I got double. It was a twofer, another twofer. So I'm ridiculously happy about that. Oh, this was because I was looking for something clear plastic to make more of my tags, the tags I made last week with the stamps, and I was all out of the acetate, and I thought, well, let's see what else we can find. I don't know if this is, the transparencies was the last thing I found. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I think I got garbage here, girls. Yeah. Anyway, I was just throwing stuff in the basket because I only had a half an hour. They were closing at 5 o'clock. I got these report covers because I thought, well, those, I could try those and see if that works. Found these little recipe cards. Again, I was just chucking stuff in. I found another ledger. This isn't old, but, and I need a ledger intervention. I don't need any more ledger paper. But I thought it was an interesting size. Like it's very long and narrow. This, I just like the envelope. So I threw that in. This looked like an old address book, and it is. I don't think I have any use for the book itself, but I like the pages that are inside. So there's Christmas card lists, anniversaries, birthdays, wedding anniversary. So I will be pulling that apart. Oh, this I got earlier this week. This was at a different thrift store, and yellow was 75% off. So I paid 50 cents. And again, this is a piece of well, this are two pieces of pillowcase lace. This one looks right. This one's been cut. And what they've done is they've wrapped two colors of rickrack, one over the other, and then crocheted it. And I see this all the time, this rickrack crochet combo. And I'm wondering if it's a regional thing, because I do get comments that, you know, I've never seen anything like that. So I'm wondering if it's a regional thing. Because to come to think of it, I'm not sure if I ever saw it before I moved up here. I gotta move my thing. Okay. I was weak. I got this. So it has images from the Group of Seven and Canadian poetry. I don't know if I can use it or not, but it was 50 cents, right? It's Group 7. Another children's book, and it has little illustrations. Oh, I like the daisies. Poppies, I like the poppies. So I thought that was cute. Those might make nice pages. Again, they were closing. This wasn't what I thought it was. So they're little booklets that have little plastic envelopes for putting business cards in. It wasn't what I thought it was, but again, we're at the weigh and pay, so it was pennies. This one is a little photo album, and I like the small size. Like you see these kinds of photo albums all the time, but they're huge pages. And these ones are just a nice size. And it came with cards, so you could put a photograph in the card. So it came with, I think, 6 of those, and envelopes for them. Again, I don't know. Can I use this? I'm trying to be more choosy when I'm purchasing, because I'm, you know, getting a little overstocked here. But when you're in a hurry and they're like, "We're closing, please bring your purchases." I have more than enough lace, but this is kind of a creamier color that I don't have a lot of, so I got a plan for that. Got a ton of vintage sewing patterns. I like I'll fussy cut these kids out. They're cute. They're all 1964 to 69. I don't need any more patterns. I gotta stop with the patterns. This one was actually a pattern for an apron, and I thought, yeah, I got a plan for you. So this was in a bag on its own, and I thought, oh, that looks pretty. I'm not sure how pretty it is now, but I can definitely cut it up and add it to something. Got this little piece of embroidery, and I liked it a lot. There's a lot of work there. It's filthy dirty, but I can wash it. It's too bad that there isn't a lot of fabric. Like the margin is very narrow on this one. It's too bad there wasn't a little more fabric. It would give me more options. But I love it. It's black and red. And I got this knitting pattern book. This is from 1949, I think. 46. And I'm planning on doing another journal with a 40s, 50s kind of theme. So that's why I got that. Anything else I got? I'm looking around, don't see anything else. But I want to come back to this Pansy book. So the Pansy books were a series of books that came out at the turn of the century. This one here is 1901. What I'm wondering is if these Pansy books are only something that's found in Canada, or if it's something that's found a little more worldwide. And the reason I'm wondering is because I would like to do another series using a Pansy book. And the reason I would want to choose one that's a Pansy is because they're all sort of a uniform size. The covers are pretty similar. I've seen fancier than this, but in general it's a uniform size. So if people who are looking at books out in the States or Australia, UK, if you can let me know. I have never seen. I'm just seeing if there's a list of the Pansy series here, but I don't see it. Usually there's a list of the books, and usually it's a girl's name. So just putting that out there because I would like to do a series. And yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope we get to chat again later today. I missed doing a video yesterday. But maybe you needed a break. All right, take care. Talk soon.